Hey everyone, I'm gonna do a tarot card reading. I do one for my upcoming week, once a week, usually right on schedule. I also have these, which are 4 stones that I found, all of them. And every week I lay them around where I'm gonna do it, and I ask them for assistance on clarity. They help me signify the 4 elements and the 4 different suits that tarot has, so helps me. What is my upcoming week gonna be like? What challenges, inner and external struggles may I face? Please help. Pretty much I randomly select where those are. I use the Rider Tarot, although I really wouldn't if I had the money to get a different tarot deck, but this one was actually a gift, just like you're supposed to get it, so it's pretty cool. I've been doing tarot off and on for probably about 4 years. Originally I got into palm reading. That was like maybe 8 years ago now. And then the tarot was just another step off of it at first. And then I started really liking tarot, I guess I should say. Oh, hold on. I really started enjoying the statistics of it. Like, it's so statistically based, and people don't even realize that. It's every single thing that you could struggle with, even the good. Like you're in a sense, you're always struggling according to tarot. You're the fool, so a fool is always foolish, and you have to accept that whenever you use them. You're always going to be in struggle, bad or good. It's a struggle. So there's like an acceptance to that I greatly enjoy. And of course I kind of feel what parts of the deck want to come forward and which ones don't. I'm going to do 2 3-card readings. So that's a little abnormal for me. I usually do 1 3-card reading, but the first one's going to be about the week for me, and then I'm going to do the second one about the week for my family, my relatives, my loved ones, acquaintances, all of that rot. So you guys would be counted in that, totally, because you're a part of my community, and community is a big part of tarot. So, mine and yours. Cool. Okay. As you can see, wow, that's a really rare card for me. I've never actually drawn this card, like in all of my years. It's really rare. And it's not a bad card. And then another pentacle. It looks like I'm shaping up to have a very monetarily healthy week. None of them are bad so far. That one has a few negative connotations. Oh, hey! And a good one to level out the week. That's gonna be very nice. So, My week's gonna be very physically oriented, because Pentacles are more of a physical aspect of your life. They're an acceptance. They're not like a wealth as much as they are a knowledge of wealth, is how I understand it. Like, sometimes you don't know how wealthy you are. And with Pentacles, they almost always deal with realizing how wealthy you are. All the time. And then, Wands is very air. It's probably the suit that is hardest to spot in your life. If I do a reading that has no wands in it, that week is very direct to the tarot, and it didn't take much to see what everything was. And then with it, it just adds in more of a seeking idea. There aren't any majors to the suits, so no pages up to kings. And that means that this is going to be an even harder week to understand the tarot. Because whenever you get those, especially a queen card, all the queen cards, the cards are pretty much telling you the understanding that you get from this is correct, and you should trust it. You should always trust your understanding of it. It's just, it won't always be spot on. And with a queen card, you're almost guaranteed a spot on reading. First, I start out with the 9 of Pentacles, and then I move up to the 10 of Pentacles. So I'm gonna figure out what those mean precisely. I know it more from the story of the Fool's Journey, which is my way of understanding the whole set. Okay. So in the first card, if you can see it, there's a woman. She has 9 pentacles. She also has grapevines, and she has a bird sitting on her finger. And her house is also in the background, if you can see that. So she has an abundant home, but she is striving for a better home. She's out in the field. She's doing work still. She has the bird, so she's almost asking nature for more abundance. She's very abundant currently, but she's in a path of questing still. She's not completed her cycle completely, I guess is a way to think of it. The next one, I'm not sure which one that is. Okay. This is a good one. And it's funny that this one comes up because I'm doing the community one, which I've never done before. And this one is all about community. In fact, it's one of the better community cards you can draw. It just means that you will have an abundance in community. There'll be room for all parts. One of the understandings I have from 10 is that in some of them, it's almost like you have to exclude certain things in your next week. And with 10, there's room for everything. There's nothing that won't have its place in the next week, mainly middle of the week. And then the 4 of Wands I know very well, I guess. I draw it pretty often for myself, of course. It shows the women with flowers and then men in the field. It shows a nice walkway, almost like a wedding. It shows a community. It also shows work paying off for itself. So it could also show an event coming up in the future. but I mean, I don't really have any planned. It doesn't directly relate to relationship, but a lot of people do draw a relationship out of it, especially if you're already in a relationship. You can draw it out, but I'm not currently really in a relationship, so it's probably more of a family card for me, since my best relationships right now with my family. So, and the one before, it's a very family and community job one. They also all three have to do greatly with land, which is something that I'm very proud of. We have a good bit of land, and I work on it, and I do put a lot of effort into it. So it's almost like they are saying there's going to be a wealthfulness, not maybe like physically, but at least a feeling of wealth from what we have, as far as the land goes, and community and relationships, which is really good. I could use that lately. I've been trying to focus on it more, the abundance that I have with all of this, because I mean, I grew up in a bit more of a rural area, but we were always very close to a city, and we're a good hour from a city out here, and this is the furthest I've ever lived from any city. So it's been a struggle, just being able to relax and enjoy the moment and not go into the whole struggle about like, I want to go and socialize, and more be okay with this relaxing moment and take what I can from it in every time. And I really have felt drawn to stay here, so